Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and this is part 3 of Rogue Mage strats on how to beat every comp in Wrath of Lich King. First off guys, we have a Warlock and a Resto Shaman. We're gonna go ahead and sap the Warlock. Now, the main kill target is the Warlock guys, but why did we sap him? Reason why is to trick the Shaman into switching Earth Shield on himself. Earth Shield is extremely important. We switch back onto the Warlock. The Shaman now does realize what we did. We go in for a stun. We vanish here guys. Reason why we vanish is because he might Trinket and Shadow Fury us. We come back and finish him guys. We still do have blinds with him and it's completely over. Now the next comp is going to be an Enhancement Shaman and a Prot Paladin. First things first guys, we want to sap the Paladin, instantly open on the Shaman with our Mage in range so we burst him correctly. We're going to go ahead, we're going to open the Shaman, Shadow Dance immediately. We want to add as much pressure guys. We do not Kidney Shot because the Prot Paladin is just going to dispel him. He does bop him here guys. The bop does come off from the Mage and we do finish him. Now I want to show you a second scenario of that same comp, Enhancement Shaman and Prot Paladin. Again guys, you're going to want to act really fast on the opener. Reason why is because they can dispel anything and kill us. So same thing, we sap the Paladin, we go in for a straight burst on the Shaman. Our Mage is with us, we do burst, we do not Kidney Shot guys because we're just going to go in for major damage. If we Kidney Shot, the Paladin will just remove it and he does go down here guys. Now for the next comp guys, it's going to be an Unholy DK and a Prot Paladin. Now this is a hard counter for Mage Rogue, but it is still doable here. The main objective here guys is to make them waste everything and then vanish and have a clean reset. So we're gonna sap the Paladin, open on the DK, make him waste everything. We are going to have to tank this in order to give our Mage some time to damage. Sadly we do have to vanish early. He did pop Shell, he did pop most of his CDs. He no longer does have Frost Fortitude. The Paladin did use Hand of Sacrifice, my Mage did steal it, and he goes down here guys. Versus this comp guys, it is quite tricky because you do have to make them waste everything and run away, so that's why this is a scary comp for Rogue Mage. Now I want to show you the second scenario. We're going to sap the Paladin again, open on the DK. We're going to burst here guys, we're going to go all in. We're just going to keep silencing him so he doesn't grip the Mage. The main damage is going to come from the Mage. He does shell here guys. Now if you guys notice, we do kind of have to run a bit early here because we did get everything from him. The Mage can just ice block and we do have to come back early. We do have to reapply wound poison so he doesn't get topped off. We do have to go in for major damage, and as a rogue we do have to tank this guys. So we give our Mage enough time to damage, and sadly guys, in most Rogue Mage comps, the Rogue will die to this comp and the Mage will most likely 1v1 the Paladin. So the Paladin has absolutely no chance against the Mage in a 1v1 situation, so it's already GG here guys. And also one other thing I wanted to mention, when it does come to this comp guys, if you are unable to make them waste every cooldown, I mean anti-magic zone, green shell, hand of sacrifice, Frost Fortitude, trinkets in your first go, then you will not be able to beat this comp. So you have to make them waste everything guys before you reset. If you do not do that, it's already lost. And one other thing I wanted to touch on guys is Holy Paladin and Unholy DK. Now guys, when it comes to that comp, sadly for Rogue Mage, it's 90% loss most of those games. Its reason why is because the amount of utility they have in their disposal is just too much. The CDs they can remove, the stuns they can take off, the sheeps they can just dispel. It's extremely difficult for Rogue Mage, and the majority of the time versus Holy Paladin and DK as Rogue Mage, you will most likely have to win through luck, or if the other team does a major mistake. And the reason why I'm not adding it into this video guys is because these strats are not based on luck. It's not based on other people doing mistakes, and I don't want people to follow a guide based on just having pure luck in that game. So for a Holy Paladin and Unholy DK, I'll be making a separate video on that, hopefully this week guys. And now on to the next comp guys. So for the next comp guys, we have a Feral Druid and a Sub Rogue. The Feral Druid does open on the Mage. We do stun him, buying time for the Mage to do some damage. The Rogue does come out. We do cheap shot him. We do rupture him. He does trinket blind us. We do vanish. We cheap shot him, go in for a full kidney. At this point, it's already over. Shadow Dance, ambush, and it's done guys. Versus this comp, the games can end extremely quick, so you have to react really fast guys. And whenever it comes to a Feral Druid and Rogue Mage, they can actually still 1v2 the Rogue Mage, so you do have to be careful here guys. And now I'm going to be showing you the next scenario of this comp guys, of Feral Druid and Sub Rogue. The Feral Druid does open on the Mage again. We do go in, cheap shot, buy him some time. Our mage does burst. This time the rogue does not come out, and the feral druid tries to 1v1. We add pressure by step ambushing. We step ambush again. He does go down here, guys. Trinket blind, and it's all over. Now, the reason why we did not come out completely and attack the feral is because the mage already had an upper hand. He was already 2 steps ahead of the feral by HP and damage. The rogue had to come out way earlier to support him, guys, but he hesitated, which is a huge mistake, and that's why we went for the feral, guys. Next up, guys, we have a Marksman Hunter and a Paladin. We're going to sap the Marksman Hunter. The mage is going to keep the Red Paladin. We're going to go for a full burst here, and we do get stunned by the pet, which is a good thing. We do go for a full kidney. We get stunned as well, but it is only a half stun because of the pet. We do continue pumping. We blind the Paladin. The Hunter does the turns. We do vanish here, guys, but it is a bad situation because the Paladin is dispelling the Hunter. We need to keep up wound poison, and he does go down, guys. Now, I'm going to be showing you the second scenario, guys, versus this comp. Kill target is still the Hunter, but we have to go in for a full CC on the Paladin here. Sadly, he's in combat. Try to go for a cheap shot, but the pet does eat the cheap shot. We go in for Shadow Dance. We start bursting, guys, to add pressure. Full kidney. Hunter will trinket this, and the Paladin does give him Hands of Freedom. We need to vanish here, guys, because we cannot allow that wound poison to come off. We do continue backstabbing. We have to cheap shot him here, guys, in order to add pressure. The Hunter doesn't have much to live. He has 1 deterrence, but it won't really do much against our backstabs. The mage sadly does not steal the bop in time, but that's absolutely fine. We go and keep on bursting. Paladin has nothing to save the Hunter, and the Hunter does go down here, guys. In the next comp, guys, we have a Resto Shaman and a Feral Druid. This is much easier than fighting a Discipline Priest Feral Druid because they cannot dispel our mage's ice block and they cannot mana burn him. So we're gonna go ahead and sap the Shaman to gain control for the mage. The Feral will most likely open on the mage before he does that. Sadly, we don't get there in time. We do cheap shot the Feral. We are going for a double cheap shot. We go for a full kidney. He will trinket that. We have to slow him, guys, and keep pumping damage. The Shaman is in a full sheep. He will not trinket that. This is our opportunity to keep on pumping. The Feral is trying to LOS our mage, but it really won't do much here since he's already below 30% HP. We go for a full blind. He does trinket that blind. The mage has to go in for a full sheep, and the game is completely over. Now we're just trying to not get stunned or stopped by the Feral, and he does go down, guys. With this comp, guys, it's actually super easy for Rogue Mage since the Shaman can't really do much to stop either me or my mage, and we just continue pumping here, guys. Now, guys, I'm going to be showing you the second scenario in this. We're going to go ahead, sap the Shaman. The eye is about to come out in 3 seconds, guys. The Feral will open on the mage to avoid being opened on. We do Shadow Step stun. The Feral does pop Nature's Grasp. Take that out, guys. And we keep on pumping him. Luckily for the mage, he does get crits. We have to slow him now until the stun DRs are gone, guys. The Feral lost his trinket. The Shaman now goes into a full blind. He trinkets that. We literally just need 1 CC on the Shaman, a full sheep, and the game is over. Now I'm just trying to buy my mate some time and control the Feral so he can sheep the Shaman completely. He does get it off, guys. Now we have to go in for a kidney shot. I do go for a vanish. I do go for a full kidney shot here, guys, and it's all over. The Shaman gets rooted. He cannot remove that. He gets spell locked, and the Feral Druid has nothing else to live at this point, and he does go down, guys. So the next comp, guys, is going to be Resto Druid and Warlock. Now, guys, I did do a mistake here. I did not put Deadly Poison on my offhand, which you are supposed to, so you interrupt the dispels. Our mage does get the Warlock in a sheep. We do stun the Druid. We do go in for a full burst. The Druid does pop his bar skin. We do get Shadow Furied. We are trying to keep control. We blind the Warlock. He does trinket that, which is amazing. We're going to go in and try to add some pressure to the Druid. But as of right now, we just don't have that much damage. So I am going to vanish here, guys, and just escape. Now, versus this comp as Rogue Mage, guys, you may actually have to reset 2 or 3 times until you get a window to kill. The Mage can easily 1v2 the Warlock and Druid, holding them long enough for us to recover. We do eat, we do make our way back, guys. Shadow Dance is almost back, but we just need to find a window to CC the Warlock again. So we're going to go ahead, gouge the healer. The mage is spell stealing him. We need to get that Warlock into a CC here. We do trinket that, guys, not to get dotted. We do have dance up. We are going to go for the burst, guys. We do get a full sheep on the Warlock. We need the kidney shot here, guys, and we do go for a burst. He does have Bar's getting back up again, but that's completely fine as long as we add some sort of pressure. And for him to go down, we do go for a stun. Now we need to run again, guys, and we can completely come back again and destroy him. Mage there does get a big crit and he does go down, guys. Now normally versus this comp, guys, you are going to have to reset to kill the Druid multiple times, but it can end in 1 or 2 resets. And guys, one other thing, you do have to add deadly poison. Again, reason why is so you interrupt the dispels from the Druid so he doesn't dispel wound poison. An enhancement shaman and a feral Druid. This is extremely easy, guys. You go ahead, you sap the enhancement shaman. The Druid will come out to try to kill the mage, but we can easily stop him here, guys. Go for an early burst, kidney shot, cheap shot, and he does go down, guys. So relatively those comps are extremely easy to beat, rogue mage. Now guys, the next comp is going to be a protection paladin and a Resto Druid. We're going to sap the paladin. We're going to go ahead and start bursting on the shaman. Main reason we're bursting on him this early, guys, we need him to pop some sort of CDs. He does not pop anything, unfortunately, but we do add a lot of pressure here. The shaman is going to try to jump down to recover. The paladin is rooted, but he'll just remove that. We need to find a window in which the paladin is CC'd again and where we can burst on the shaman. We do get stunned here, guys. We do vanish. This is extremely easy to recover from, especially as rogue mage. We just need to go re-eat again. Now the paladin does not have his trinket. He still, however, does have his bubble, which is an issue. We go ahead and eat here, guys. Sadly, the mage does run my way here, so we're going to have to restart and juke the paladin. He does get him into a sheep. We do need to sap the shaman in order to gain some sort of control. Sadly, he's still in combat with the paladin. So what we're actually going to do here, guys, is go for a gouge on the shaman so our mage can get a full sheep on the protection paladin. So we're going to do that here. We gouge the shaman. The paladin is in a full sheep. We shadow dance. We start bursting. He still does have his trinket, guys, so we need to be aware of that. He will trinket that kidney. We have to go in and burst hard. This is our moment and our window here, guys. The shaman is desperately trying to survive, but he cannot. He literally has nothing to live. The paladin does not have a bubble, and the shaman does go down here, guys. So versus comps like this, again, it's really long games normally, but luckily in this situation we found the window really early and we took him out, guys. So guys, I just wanted to mention that I do have a membership program on YouTube. It's $4.99 a month for an extra video each week on PvP guides. So if that's something you're interested, guys, I will check that out. And as always, guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment. If there's anything that I've missed, let me know. And thanks for watching, guys.